Soul Garden.
Hello my innovators, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes weekly update. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Witecki, your host to the universe. And I have a special going on right now for those who come. It's a 1-hour reading that comes packed with a free 30-minute follow-up. Right now at soulmart.me, if you buy a 1-hour reading, I will give you a free follow-up. This is a Skype reading. It's MP3 recorded. It's great for a first-time reading. It's excellent to break through an issue, and there's nothing but breakthrough going on till Halloween. So come on down. This is the last week, the next 7 days. For the rest of this month, you will get a free follow-up. Voila, voila. Now, for the innovators of the zodiac, we have the sun in Virgo, and so we are in our nitpicky energy. That's what the Virgo energy is, reality, Virgo state of awareness. The IB is how we end up being. And for Virgos, the IB energy all stems from where you draw your boundaries. Virgos are innovators, so it makes a lot of sense that the one thing they hold on to, the one side of the pool that creates stability with their molecules bouncing all around, are what they will and won't do. This is how Aquariuses get freaky in the sheets, that they're into really unique things. They're very detailed Virgo-oriented about what they will and will not do. And that is also part of what sculpts your incredible individuality and uniqueness. Truly, where you draw your boundaries is what defines your shape. All right. Now we are working in the green energy, the I love IB, the heart chakra. So right now we are hearting up right now. If you don't know, in the last 2 months we aimed last month, and this month reality is going to change that for us. We're in the first stages, the live stage of live, love, be, or Virgo, how we live in the moment, and that comes down, of course, to where you draw your boundaries. Boundaries are your ability to connect or not connect to yourself or the world, intimacy, and therefore how you can transform or not transform. So on Monday we are cloudy and spaced out for the Aquarians. The moon is actually in the subconscious. You might have had some crazy dreams, might be hard to wake up. We had breakdown on Sunday. For you, that might have been a breakdown of a poor boundary choice somewhere. All right, most likely a boundary with yourself. Even when you screw up with the world, it's because you weren't being there for yourself. So really get to the live part of it, how you live and what your boundary structure is. On top of that, the universe has given us a bit of a double square. The moon will oppose Venus at one point in the day on Monday. This will be God versus reality for you. Venus in Cancer trying to help you get better lifestyle. You're still trying to get cozy in the moment. You're trying to open up to a new feeling in the moment. And so that feeling in the moment is opposing your ability for faith. At the same time, it all heads to the Saturn and Libra transit, which is saying by the end of this week, and these are in the Act 3 videos, you must decide what brings you the most purpose in life, the most meaning and purpose. You must decide what brings you the most meaning and purpose by the end of the week. And this is you really deciding what you believe in and don't believe in, because meaning and purpose should be aligned with what you believe. Excuse me. On Tuesday, things do mellow out a bit. Venus rules the day, restoring balance and order to the energies. The moon moves into Aquarius, so it's sunny and cool for the innovators on Tuesday. The planets are giving us a yod. Yod is a finger, or God giving us the finger. God, in this case, is pointing straight to your boundaries. And what it's saying here is this: take the emotional strength of your ego with the moon in Aquarius and open your mind with Uranus and Aries. And with an open mind and the strength, restore balance and order to your boundaries. Make the boundary changes that will restore balance and order. See what it will take to restore balance and order. What will it take for you to be breathing again with the universe? And in order to breathe, you must have solid boundaries. So Tuesday, that's what the Yod of God is saying. On Wednesday, God is speaking again. Neptune rules the day, so we're connecting to our higher self, and there's a lot of God alignment going on right now, considering it's love and it's heart chakra anyways. It's cloudy but cool for you. Cloudy because Neptune rules the day, and our psychic I sense part of us is actually more speaking more loudly than usual. We also have a very energetic path, interesting energetic path, and if you follow it, it will make sense to you. What this path says is, I think, what the next 2 days are about. It begins on Wednesday with Pluto. You must remain open to listening to your higher self. Pluto and the Sun trine directly at 7 degrees on this day, and so this is a day where really God is speaking to you. I sure hope you are listening. At the same time, Mars in Scorpio is putting pressure on you to take action in your career or with certain decisions, important decisions. And so by listening to your higher self, the universe is saying this will give you the information on where to take action with Mars. That action trines into Neptune, which means by taking those actions, you will feel stronger in the moment. Your self-confidence will boost. And that's because your self-confidence will be built on God-based faith energy, not based on what you're reading in reality. And that's what's super important. What we're splitting on here in the coming months, and really this weekend, is the universe is separating, the men from the boys, in the sense of the ones who can listen to their higher self versus the ones who can't. And this structure here is the beginning of that test. On Thursday, sunny and strong. Saturn rules the day, so it's a decision-making day. In your case, deciding what boundaries are going to go. Time to step away from boundary consciousness or a lack of inner faith or a lack of trust in yourself. Whatever it is you do to make you not trust yourself, time to stop it. All right? Very, very simple. Spirituality can be hard, but the solutions are simple. This little path here actually kind of comes to a completion. As you decide to step away from those boundaries that don't serve you, you will have the strength to draw the certain lines or make the right calls in your career and in your legacy. And those right calls trine right into Neptune and Chiron and the moon today. So today we actually feel this change. Let's take a closer look. Whoops, wrong button. So as the moon crosses over Neptune, we are emotionally beginning to feel, you're feeling, all right, intuitively, where you will actually draw your greatest confidence. And your greatest confidence comes from drawing those boundaries and making the right decisions in your career legacy. And by that greater confidence, once it comes in, you can begin to feel your soul capital. Now, this little guy here, this firing giant, that's Chiron, and it's retrograding right now in Pisces. And what it's basically doing is erasing karma. So as you open up to this new sense of self-esteem based on your spirituality, you in fact clear karma and end old patterns in your soul. Right? So as you can see, we're doing some super, super deep work this week. It's not just me making headlines. Then comes Friday. After making a decision, we act. That's always what we do next. We act after the decision. It's time to put into action what it is we've been deciding. At the same time, the moon is full now in Pisces, creating a tug-of-war between your self-esteem and your drawing of boundaries. This means there will be storms with a chance of conflict, and it's quite possible the conflicts aren't bad conflicts. It's just the normal friction of stepping away from what doesn't work from us. A full moon is an opposition, a tug-of-war with Earth in the center. In your case, your feelings about what you're worth and where you draw your boundaries. Notice Mercury is 0 degrees, offline on this day, so everyone on the planet is operating mostly from action and emotion. That's a dangerous combo for those who are off their path. For you, this means you want to really take and resurrect that feeling of value you had just 24 hours ago with that healing, and use that feeling of value to push forward on the boundaries you need to make. And whenever we change boundaries, it is of course a lonely path. Now the moon will then trine into Venus, which means as soon as you take these steps to enforce your boundaries, you're going to immediately feel that strength, and you're going to feel your lifestyle, Venus, begin to heal. And you probably didn't even know that a lack of boundaries was a thorn in your paw. But that's what the moon trining Venus is trying to communicate. On Saturday, we hold space. So wherever you drew those boundaries, you want to squat on Saturday and not go back. All right, partly sunny and probably chatty. The moon will move from self-esteem into your thoughts. So you'll move from productivity into soul capital issues by the end of the day. We also have some crazy planet stuff going on. This is the weekend in Act 3 where you must decide where your beliefs are. All right, for all Aquarius, you must decide where your beliefs are. You must decide what brings you the most meaning and purpose. You don't have to change anything yet, but you do have to decide. Of course, it will be a decision that also brings peace. So when the decision or the idea brings peace or release to you, you're on the right path. Now the first of this is Mars and Saturn. Mars giving you the strength to make the hard calls and hard decisions in your career. Saturn, the part of you that must commit to the life that brings you the most purpose, what you actually believe in. Look at these trines. As you act on your decisions, as you decide what is most purpose meaningful, that energy trines right into your soul capital, and you feel more and more valuable. So for those of you who are having money problems, this is probably the culprit. You are not doing what I just told you, and so your soul capital is being challenged. At the same time, there's fears going on between Jupiter and the Sun. Your Jupiter says you are here to follow your personal dreams, and you are not going to know if what you're doing this week will in fact bring your personal dreams. You're going to have a leap of faith. This red line means there's fear between that you're making the wrong choice and you're going to end up unhappy, and that is more about your relationship to your inner child than it has to do about consequences of decisions in life. That had to do with the way you relate to your inner child, not consequences of decisions in life. But that square shows you're not going to feel easy about it in your inner child, and that's part of the karma for the Aquariuses. On Sunday, it is IB Day. I think everyone is feeling groovy. We're at 11 degrees, and Virgo is the healing, so that's the healing number with the healing sign, and that's why I'm calling it IB Day. We were all feeling groovy. That goes back to the 70s. Remember that? I'm sure you do. We are blessed with one more yod this week. Thanks, God. This time the yod swings around and points to the moon crossing over Uranus. Now, for the Aquarian race, this means that your feelings and your thoughts will start to stir together. Remember, we talked about earlier in the week, you need to innovate your mind, you need to have an open mind. Well, this is the point where your feelings and your mind must agree. And what allows you to do it according to this yod is that you are taking action in your career, so you're feeling strong, and because you're living in this new harmonic 11-degree boundary structure. And your new harmonic 11, which is your new philosophy of where you'll draw your boundaries, that harmonic 11, which is you get what you want and the outside world gets what they want, 1 + 1. Right? This energy plus your strength of decisions will pour into the strength to have a new attitude, the strength to step away and forget about the past. That's what the mind games are with Uranus in the 3rd for you all. And so you will garnish and let go and release, at the same time open up to, I think, a new attitude, a new emotional, intellectual attitude, if you, of course, follow this yod. All right, my Aquarians. Wow, that's a lot, eh? That's all I have for this 7-day forecast. It's a doozy. You know, let's read your GA text, watch your Act 3 videos. It's a pivotal week. I'll see you in 7 days. Until then, live, love, be.